So there are whispers on the street, crypto and Wall Street. Is the entire crypto and maybe even Wall Street about to flip within the next 48 hours and turn mega bullish, especially crypto? Stocks have had a pretty good run with the AI and the tech stocks leading the charge. But within 48 hours, is it possible? There is an event out there. There is something out there. In fact, there's really two events. One happens on December 1 and one happens on December 10 that could absolutely begin to start injecting some liquidity, some cash into the crypto market and bring additional new investors back. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. I appreciate you giving me a few minutes. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you're watching this on X, please give me a follow. Okay. So what is going to happen here? Well, let's take a look right now. Right now, the crypto market, as of recording this video, not doing a whole heck of a lot. I think we're still kind of on the backside, obviously, of the national holiday here in the United States, Thanksgiving. People have kind of taken their eye off of the investing ball, if you will. But I think people will start to begin to look towards Monday, because on Monday, we've got the end of, or the rather, quantitative tightening officially ends on December 1, Monday. Okay. And so, interesting. What is quantitative tightening? It is a policy whereby the Federal Reserve instituted it, where right here you can see a central bank shrinks its balance sheet, excuse me, by allowing its holding of government bonds and mortgage-backed securities to mature without reinvesting the proceeds. This is key. This action removes cash liquidity from the financial system. The Fed started this in mid-2022 to, again, fight, inflation, all that kind of stuff. All right. So in the red, the QT ending means the Fed will stop the balance sheet drawdown and begin reinvesting the proceeds from maturing assets back into the system. Said a different way, an injection of liquidity. Okay. This starts on December 1. Now, does that mean that magically on Monday, December 1, that things are going to turn around and we're going to see, crypto go up 25%, Bitcoin's going to go to $100,000? No, that is not what I'm saying. But it is the end of a very restrictive policy on a macro level that does have and has had an impact on crypto, on your crypto investments, because it is taking liquidity out of the financial markets. And when you have liquidity, a lack of it, cash, a lack of it, just exactly that. There's not as much liquidity. There's not as much cash in the market to help the market, move and be more financially stable, if you will. Okay, so kind of continuing on. So why is it ending? Because there's been declining bank reserves. There's been rising short-term interest rates. They want to avoid a 2019 repeat. And what are the expected impacts? Again, we've been talking about improved liquidity. The halt stops the drainage of cash from the financial system, which would improve the overall liquidity backdrop and help stabilize bank reserves. And again, help inject liquidity into the financial markets. Market impact. Policy shift is generally seen as a bullish signal for both fixed and income and equities. Again, as well as crypto, the increase in liquidity may push market rates lower. My apologies. Benefiting interest rate sensitive sectors like real estate and small cap stocks. Again, this is going to also have an impact of helping to spur what it just said there, the market rate sectors, people looking at mortgages, people looking at houses, maybe even cars, possibly the lowering of those mortgage rates and those interest rates, things of that nature. We are still not looking right now. We're going to get quantitative easing from the Fed. They have not begun a new round of that, but there is discussions of that. Okay, so that's December 1. All right, December 10. On December 10, we are now at an 86+% chance that we're going to get an interest rate reduction from the Federal Reserve. They're going to draw down that base interest rate. That is flipped. I mean, it got down as low as like 32% as a possibility, and now we're at I think about an 86+%. In fact, let's look at this. You can see 86%. So let's refresh this and see what we got live. Yeah, 86.4. So we're at an 86.4% chance that we are going to see now a Federal Reserve interest rate cut on December 10, which is going to do what? That's going to help the crypto market. Crypto market does and is impacted by what the Federal Reserve does, especially to their base interest rate, the lowering, the raising, keeping still, what I'm talking about. Okay. So good stuff. Okay. So what does this mean? Does this mean, what does December look like? Okay, I think here's what it comes down to. I think December is going to be somewhat bullish. Okay. There's also, oh, by the way, on a side note, there's discussion now kind of Russia looks like it's sending signals now that they might actually be open to ending the Ukraine war. Okay. So we could have that. I mean, that thing that when that ends, you're going to see markets take off again because of uncertainty and doubt around that and how it impacts your financial market, impacts your crypto. Okay. So that's good stuff. I think that December is going to be decent. I think that historically December, I believe the Bitcoin on average is about up about 5% in December, looking back, year over year over year, going back plus 10 plus years. November, we had one of the worst Novembers we've ever had ever in the history of crypto. And I think it was because a lot of the fear and the uncertainty and the doubt. We just had the JP Morgan going against MicroStrategy thing. We had a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We had the FUD around what's the interest rate going to be for the Federal Reserve. I mean, what drew down to 32+% chance that it was going to happen. We have continued the still fallout of the October 10th, the manipulation that happened around that, all of the fallout from that. Again, just, blah, 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 blah. November was not good. Historically, November has been extremely good for crypto. Okay. So I think the entire crypto market is about to flip. It's not going to flip on magically on a dime on December 1. And I'm not saying that it is, but it is going to flip and start going towards the bullish side of the spectrum. I think that's really what I want you to walk away from this video with, is that, yes, I think that we're going to see that play out. Okay. All right. So before I let you go, I've got a Black Friday deal for you. It's links for my inner circle, links in the description below. Go check this out. You get access to my full portfolio. You get access to when I buy, when I sell. You also get access to the first ever crypto course I've ever created. Okay. So this is a crypto course, calling it a crypto bootcamp course. This is everything that I know at a high level about how to go about investing in crypto the right way. And the only way you get this is on this Black Friday inner circle deal. Links are in the description below right down there. Okay. And by the way, you have 1 day, 14 hours, as you can see from the recording this video, until this deal goes away. And then I pull this course and you're not going to get access to it. This is the only way you get access to this course, plus everything else that's inside of this offer. So links are in the description below. Go check this one out. I would greatly appreciate you giving me a few minutes and taking a look at that. Okay. So also, if you're interested, I've got a Black Friday offer on my X1 algo. If you're interested in that, lifetime access for $11.97. The price has gone up and will continue to go up. 2 days this offer is going to end. But what you really get inside of this is a lot of great stuff. Again, lifetime access for that. You get all future new releases we come out with, new indicators. We've added one especially for this particular offer, and it's this X1 DCA accumulator. You can see that what it does is there's a tremendous amount of mathematical computations and goes into this. A lot of math is behind this to create this very simple looking grid that sits on top of X1 algo. And what it does is it consolidates and keeps all that information and gives you an idea of when the best time is to buy or sell any crypto out there. And you can see this is Bitcoin. You can see right here, this circle was about 3 days ago, where this little triangle was over on the extreme discount. You can see that as the price goes up, it starts to get more and more like, okay, not necessarily a great time to be buying Bitcoin, right? So if you get over here in the red, you definitely would not want to be buying Bitcoin because it's probably poised and probably look likely to be heading back in the other direction. Okay, you can see what's kind of going on with Solana. Right here, you can see it's kind of still in that accumulate zone, but it's on a different scale. This is XRP right here, you can see, but it was right here in the circle, and it's starting to move. As the price is going up, it's getting to where it maybe less. It gives you insight into really when to buy and sell any crypto asset created, for you in a very, very simple graph that sits on top of all of the other tremendous amount of buy and sell data you get inside of X1. See these buy and sell alerts that are coming in here? Like this was a buy alert right here to a sell alert right there in 28 days, 72+%. You can see how that works. Okay. Like this is WLFI. You can see right now it's showing as a fair value, and you would not want to be buying at, again, over there in the red. Okay. So links are in the description below if you want to check out the X1 algo Black Friday sale as well. All right. I'll see you. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.